Hello, hello. We are back. On today's show, I'm going to talk about some strange things, including flowers. And we're going to run right through that. Hold on. Mike says he has a pick three that is full of absolutes. And Pat says, May I see your license, please? Welcome to what we hope used to be your favorite live streaming whatnotting podcast and will be again soon. Comics and Collectibles in the Crawl Space. I, of course, hey, what's up, your grandpa? I, of course, am yours. I guess you can't even say regular because it's been so long. Host Kevin. Got a couple other regular hosts that, thank God, agreed to come in and be regular again. First up is Michael.
Michael.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, yeah,
everybody?
actually, that's Mike, because Michael, that totally confused people when Michael's actually here again, hopefully.
All right. When have you called me Michael?
Well, only when I say Michael Motorcycle, but
Right,
yeah, never
right.
before. Never besides that, yeah. Sorry about it.
Nice.
And then also, the main attraction of all shows, in my opinion, I seriously was just stating that in the pregame, Patrick.
Good morning, Kevin and Michael.
Good morning.
Sir Patrick.
Welcome back.
Where you guys been? I've been waiting.
You're every week waiting.
Yeah.
In that chair over there watching TV.
You see, your grandpa's actually here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
What's up,
That's
buddy?
perfect. We were on a 9-month sabbatical. We're
Yep.
good. How you doing, your grandpa? Anyway, yeah, so we're back. And what more fitting way to start the show back than me totally butchering an intro? Because of course we've only done pre-games, I think 150 times now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still like, why didn't I rehearse? I didn't rehearse, Mike. What the heck? You're
Do it
supposed to.
Yeah, do it on the night. That's what you do. It's more natural.
And then the second thing that happened too is right as I looked over at my notes, which is on my phone, to get your guys' teases, my phone went blank. So I had to type in my code to reopen my phone, which only took a second. But when the world's watching,
Exactly.
it's a lot of pressure to push in your code. So anyway, that's what happened there. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So anyway, this is a start of a new season. This is season 6 now. Just to be an auto reboot after 9 months, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
On Facebook, I get memories popping up, 4 years ago. Holy cow, we posted that video 4 years ago.
yeah. We've been doing this a long time. But as you can also see in the title, it says a new format, and I put sort of because it's kind of the same format, but the big thing that's going to change is a rigid time structure. We're limiting ourselves to time so we don't run into 3-hour and 45-minute shows like Mike loved so much. And every time it happened, he would talk about how much he loved it. And he just wanted it to be 3.5 hours every single show.
I did.
Right. But obviously, it's much easier I think that's part of the reason it took 9 months to come back, because I'm like, I just can't do 3 hours every weekend again. So hopefully this helps us, and hopefully some other funny little changes that we'll explain as we go along. But first up is, of course, me with my infamous reviews. Are you ready, Pat?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. That's the other thing that's jacking us all up today, too. You go away for 9 months, you come back to your streaming platform, and they change everything on you.
Yeah, they move all the buttons.
You got to relearn everything.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, I still haven't watched any Marvel TV shows or Star Wars TV shows. Still behind.
You haven't watched Boba Fett yet?
No. Yeah, I watched the first one. You know, 'cause it was fresh out of the box.
I thought you said you just skipped to the finale.
Not for Boba Fett.
Oh, wasn't? Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, cool. Because I've got some exciting stuff, which is, as you can imagine, being gone for so long, I watched a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
So I tried to keep it into the most recent things I've watched, but then also I wanted to bring this one up because it was something that we rarely do, which is all three of us watch something and we talked about it briefly. I was actually behind the curve behind you two on this one, but I finally got it finished, and that is Stranger Things Season 5.
Yep.
So, what do you say, Mike?
I said, yep.
So, Pat, did you want to start with this and just kind of give your opinion, what you thought, and any kind of extra little thoughts you may want to give real quick?
Just quickly, I feel like, I mean, we all enjoyed it. We caught up. We watched the whole series all over again over the summer. I know there's a lot of criticism, but I think it was fine. I think it wrapped up fine. Of course I had nitpicks, but overall it was okay. Yeah.
All right. What'd you think, Mike?
Yeah, same as Pat. Actually, I liked it. I thought it wrapped up nicely as well. I still think season 4 was the best, but I when you go back and look at season 1, because we watched a couple episodes here and there, and how big season 5 got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's enormous with the cast of characters and just the CGI, and it was enormous. But overall, yeah, we loved it. Our whole household loved it.
I'm in pretty much a agreement with both y'all, with a couple caveats, and maybe I'm swimming right in between y'all, where I'm a little bit, I'm closer to maybe Pat with the okay, not loved it with Mike, and here's why. Okay, so I thought of this as like a mix, like what's that Leonardo DiCaprio in the different levels of sleeping movie? What's that?
Oh.
Come
Inception?
on. Inception. Right. Okay. So I was getting an Inception feel through this. Like, whose thoughts are we in right now? We're in his thoughts to get to his thoughts, so you can see through his eyes while he's doing this to her. And then 11 had to go into his mind through her mind to track into his mind, and I may be exaggerating and saying it incorrectly, but you get what I'm saying. I was thinking, I couldn't help but think about that through this episode a little bit, and then also I was thinking at the end of the Lord of the Rings extended edition, because I meant to actually write down the exact minute from when they destroyed the Upside Down to when the episode was over, but the final episode was 2 hours, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it was a little over 2 hours.
Yeah, so I think we literally got the Upside Down destroyed at like an hour and 10. So we had like 50 minutes of, a lot of dialogue and a lot of wrapping it up, which is fine. I'm not really complaining about that. It's just, that's what I feel like could have been a little bit more of what we're basically doing to comics and collectibles in the crawl space. Like, it's like, let's wrap this up a little fast. Let's move this, which I understand it's the finale of the entire series. They had to do it that way, whatever, especially with like what you were saying, Mike, that the cast is so huge. I think Pat was mentioning that as well. So I get it, but it definitely it seemed a little longer than it needed to be after basically everything was essentially done. Yeah. And then also at the very end, last movie I was also thinking about was at the end of The Dark Knight Returns. What was the last Nolan Batman movie? Was it Dark Knight? No. Dark Knight Rises. That was the final one, right? Of the Nolan trilogy.
I always get them. I get them backwards. I don't even know.
Whichever one was the finale, where you didn't know if Bruce actually died or not because of the whole scene at the end, where Alfred sees Bruce, and that whole everybody debates still to this day whether right. And now we're doing that with 11, right? I mean, is that leading to an 11 spinoff? Did she die? Did she not die? What, that kind of thing, so I was just thinking that about it. But overall, I give it a positive review as well. I'm going to give it, what am I on? What was I on 9 months ago? Was I on Smiley Faces, I think?
Popcorn.
Was it popcorn or Smiley Faces?
Bags of popcorn? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the entire series as a whole 7.5 bags of popcorn. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say season 5, in my opinion, though, I'm going to give a 7. And I actually disagree with Mike a little bit. I think season 3 was the pinnacle. I rewatched every season up to this. Mm-hmm. I went through the whole thing again. So I thought up to 3, it was like perfect. 4 was good, but I had some ticky-tacky issues with it. But, so overall, just season 5 by itself, I gave it a 7. But the whole series in general, maybe an 8 for the whole series then, so that's where I'm on Stranger Things. Season 5. I don't know if we'll ever get any more Stranger Things. I can't imagine they're done with such a big moneymaker. So we'll see. So. All right, next up, I watched Tron Ares on Disney Plus. Oh, for anybody obviously who didn't, I'm sure everyone knew Stranger Things is on Netflix. Tron Ares on Disney Plus. Did either one of y'all watch this at all?
No.
Anybody have any interest?
Yeah, eventually.
You a Tron guy at all, Pat?
It's been a while. I never saw Uprising, I don't believe. No.
I think it was Legacy.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
Could be.
Second was Legacy. Where are you at on Tron, Mike?
I saw the original when I was a kid.
That's it?
That's it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Okay. Do you have fond memories of that?
I barely have memories of it. Visually, I've always loved the visuals of it, but I can't remember.
Well, I liked it a lot. I never considered myself a big. What do you call yourself if you're a Tron? If you're a Tron groupie, you're like Star Trek. You're a Trekkie. You're a Tronnie. Wait, no, that's not your.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Tron Legacy was awesome in my opinion. I actually think it was just as awesome, an updated new school version of the awesomeness, in my opinion, that Tron was. I loved Legacy. Tron Ares, not so much. But I do think I'm an outlier as far as how much I would beat this movie up. Seems like it's gotten a lot of bad reviews from a few people that I pay attention to. But overall, I like this. And if you don't know, of course, this Jared Leto is the main character in the. He's actually Ares. Yeah, he's actually Ares. Tron is not in Tron, by the way, which is one of the beef that Tron lovers have with Tron. And then this also has Evan Peters in it, which Evan Peters is Quicksilver, right?
Yeah.
And Kick-Ass, right?
Yeah. No, not Kick-Ass.
What else is he in?
Yeah, that's the other Quicksilver that's Kick-Ass.
Oh, okay.
You're getting your Quicksilvers all mixed
American
up.
Horror Story. What else was he in? He's been in a lot of stuff.
Okay. All right, so he's in it, and then Gillian Anderson, of course, from X-Files is all I know her from. I know she's in other stuff, but anyway, she's in this, and basically in this one, I think another beef that a lot of people had with this movie is it kind of presents itself in the trailer like, you know, Tron was obviously Jeff Bridges going into his video game. Tron Legacy, in case you didn't know, is about his son going into the video game to get his dad out of it. This one was kind of presented as a they're getting out of the video game into the real world through AI and through 3D printing, and they're gonna take over the planet. Yeah, I get it, Karen. So anyway, I'm gonna give this a definite solid 6.5 bags of popcorn. It's not great, but it's not bad. This kind of swims right in the middle. Check it out. Damn, I got 2 movies to go.
I knew it.
Real quick. Okay, my next one is Bugonia.
Yeah, I want to watch this.
Okay. Do you know anything about this one, Pat?
A little bit, just that it's very weird.
Yeah.
It is very weird. A begonia is a flower, right?
Bugonia? Yeah.
Okay. You know the bee references in this movie too, Mike? What made you want to watch it?
I like Emma Stone. And it looks really weird and out there.
Yeah, it is kind of. Man, dadgummit. I wanted to spoil him, but I won't spoil on this one, though. I definitely like this. I would love to revisit this once you guys watch it to discuss because it's very weird. I definitely liked it. I'm going to give this 8 bags of popcorn.
That's good to hear. Because you're not really into the really weird movies.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And finally, I got The Running Man, which I put this last because it's not even the biggest movie in my opinion, but it's the latest movie. So I figured I'd put the latest movie for our first show back as the title and the final show that I review. If you know anything about the original Running Man, this is very it's as different as it is similar, if that makes sense. It definitely has the same theme as the original Running Man, of course, but it's so different. This is so predictable. It's fine. It's not horrible, but it's not good. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone, but if you come across you got nothing better to do and you want to watch something that's action-y, whatever, I guess Running Man's okay. So
I wonder if this pulls from the book more than, or the story more than.
I was actually wondering. I was wondering that as well. Which, if we have more time, well, I guess you'd need to watch it for you to be able to answer because you read the book, right, Mike?
No, I didn't read this.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. So not having read it, who knows? But maybe it is tracking more with the book because it's definitely way different than the movie. So, and this stars Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, and Michael Cera. Michael Cera's Kick-Ass. No, is he in Kick-Ass? No, he's in.
The other one.
Right. What is it, Mike?
The other one where he fights Chris Evans.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yes, he's Scott
Pilgrim. Right. Yeah.
Which is a Kick-Ass.
Anyway, yeah. So check out Running Man. I'm gonna give. Did I give that yet? I'm gonna give that 6 bags of popcorn. So anyway. Man, I totally picked 4 because I was like, oh, man, I'm definitely not going to run over 10 minutes on this.
Yeah, I thought you were going to run out of time on Stranger Things.
Yeah. Bad on that.
Well, I definitely wanted to give you guys time to.
But Pat's sitting there with a clock that's the minutes are ticking down as the earlier segments get fatter and fatter and fatter. Like that sliding scale of running out of time.
Right.
Well, here's Pat's segment. All right, see you next week.
Yeah. So, okay, Mike, you ready then? You ready for your pick 3?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's go. All right, so the new, the all new, all different pick 3 is every week I'm going to bring 3 books to the table, and for different important reasons. Either it's cool cover, or it's an important storyline, a new appearance, or just a spec book, or a back issue that's become relevant again because of current storyline, something like that.
Okay, if I can clarify real quick, it could be music sometimes too, not just books too, right? You're just gonna pick 3 of something, right?
Oh, music is interesting. I didn't.
I thought you did say that in the text. Daggum, I need to reread that.
Did you
text.
read the text? You want me to read it to you? No, I like that. I didn't think of that. All right, so there you go. Pick 3 of something.
You can pick 3 movies or pick 3 TV shows, because obviously we watch different shows too.
Yeah, so it's pick 3 of anything.
Pick 3 randomness.
All right. This week they're all books because I didn't.
Okay.
And this one we'll start first with Absolute Wonder Woman 2026 annual number 1. As everybody that isn't living under a rock knows, the Absolute books are the hottest thing for DC. Well, I haven't been paying attention to the KO stuff, but Absolute Batman is killing it in the back issue market. Everybody's enjoying that one. I think Absolute Wonder Woman is right behind it. And I hear Absolute Martian Manhunter is pretty interesting too. But so anyway, I don't think this one will do what the Absolute Batman did. This one still has Kelly Thompson as the writer. I picked the Dennis Cowan cover. That's my favorite one. That's the one I'm going to get. But
that's really cool. Definitely.
Yeah, Mattia DeLulis is the artist. I don't have a picture of it, but he's also doing the cover for the upcoming Wonder Woman 31, which you should all check out. I think that is going to be a pretty good book. So anyway, I'm picking this one because it's the first annual for Wonder Woman in the Absolute line, and I think these books they have some staying power. And
is Absolute going longer than they originally planned because it is doing so well?
I don't know what they originally planned. So,
Pat, you know about that at all?
Yeah, as far as I know, there was no plan. It was just open ended.
Okay.
And you were reading the Absolute Wonder Woman, correct, Pat?
Yeah.
You still enjoying it?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Okay. Yep. So there you go. Absolutely. And I forgot to add, these are coming out February 11th. What I decided to do is go 2 weeks from the show to give people time to get them ordered. I don't want to highlight something that's coming out in 3 days. And, so starting, so next week we'll have the 18th. So everybody will have a little more time to get these if they're not already on your radar.
Good idea.
It's funny how things work out. It was mainly I couldn't find anything from this week that was overly interesting. So I was like, oh, next week looks awesome. So that's why.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got Bleeding Hearts number 1. So Vertigo is back. And this one looks really cool. So it's it's a zombie book. Basically, the zombies won, and they inhabit the earth. They're kind of in charge of everything. So this is written by Dennis Camp, and he is actually the Absolute Martian Manhunter writer. Really hot book. He also writes Assorted Crisis Events, which is another really hot book. I tried to read number 1. and I kind of struggled in getting interested in it. What drew me to this book, besides the Vertigo imprint, is the Stippen Murrian artwork. I absolutely love it. He did the cover on the left. He's doing the A covers. He's the main artist on the book. He did 20th Century Men with Denise Camp, and also a book called Our Soot-Stained Heart, which we'll be talking about later. I'm getting the A cover and the C cover. Real big fan of Nick Drukata, so those are my two picks there.
Is this all funny?
I think it's going to be humorous. Yeah. Lighthearted and
Poor zombies. Are we going to feel for zombies after this becomes a big hit? This gets as big as Walking Dead, and then we get a Bleeding Hearts TV show the last 10 seasons that has us feel for the zombies every episode.
Yeah, we can only hope. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll feel for the zombies more than the people, because I'm a people, not a zombies.
Right.
All right. And number 3, more absolute. So this is DC KO number 4. I'm not paying attention to any of the KO stuff. It's just one of those big crossover things. I don't have the money to pay attention. But this one caught my eye. Written by Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson. The tag, 3 mysterious new Omega charged fighters enter the fight. And there you go. You've got the absolute Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. So you've got the Trinity right there. This might be the first appearance of the Trinity together. I know we had a Batman Wonder Woman crossover recently. So is this going to lead to another absolute title? You know, an absolute Trinity title? Probably a lot of people are hoping for that. I can't decide which cover I like more. I'm an A cover kind of guy, which is a really cool cover, but I love Dan Mora's bracket variant. That's the coolest one. He's done one for each issue, but this is my favorite one. And then Ben Oliver's just, man, his stuff is so clean and so nice. And that's a great Joker. So I don't know which one to get.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So,
all of them are awesome. Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. Hopefully this leads to a Trinity book. That would be pretty cool.
So I've got a loaded question for you.
Okay.
I haven't read any absolutes. This is for both of you. Is there any way you could describe in a nutshell what is the biggest differentiating factor between mainline, all these heroes, and the absolute line?
Well, Pat will probably be better at it because I haven't read. My absolute Batman stack is unread, is like this. I haven't read.
Pat?
It's just like an alternate universe type deal where the character is thrown in a blender and comes out the other side sort of the same, but totally different, I guess is what you would say.
And what's the big difference? Powers, personality, just appearance, what?
Everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Batman is a good book, but it's so weird, and it's like they push things so far. It's like I don't know how this book will be able to sustain itself because they're so outrageous in what they're doing. Superman has I'm way behind on Superman because it kind of lost my interest. But it's okay. And Wonder Woman is probably my favorite just because she's such a pure person and she's visually very cool and she's like all magicked up and it's just really neat. But it's different but the same. Batman gets a little too cute for me. It's like all of the villains you knew from the main Batman stories that you've read started out as Bruce's friends. And it's like they're eventually becoming the characters you assumed they would become. Some are good, some are bad. but it's like it just seems like it's too perfect. It's like how would all of these people end up this way?
How
It's
convenient, right?
yeah, right. And the things they do to Bruce is like, I don't know. It's like how does he continue to be after all the things he's been through? It's very, very extreme, very absolutely extreme, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. There's always books that I wish that I had picked up, and the Wonder Woman was one that after you would talk so highly of it, could have got those, but I didn't. I just stuck with Batman on them. So that's it. That's the new pick 3.
All right, Mike, wrap it up.
So pick those 3 up. Look at that. I'm not saying that I practiced that last night.
You did it almost perfectly,
Mike.
Mike. Great job, Mike.
I even left time for Pat to throw in a couple 3 cents.
Definitely. You're awesome. All right, then next segment I'm not even going to be involved in, so y'all are going to get gonged if anybody gets gonged. So, you ready?
Bring it and gong me.
All right, Pat should go first because his segment's next.
All right, I can do that. I had a hard time trying to figure out what to read. I wanted to get something sort of like I didn't want to pick up in the middle of something, and I wanted to get something semi-current. It's not exactly. It came out in September of last year, so I chose Skinbreaker 1.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay, this is
big Finch fan here, man. Oh man.
Now, see that's a topic of discussion there because I'm not a huge David Finch fan, and I commented to Mike when this was being solicited that I think it's I don't like him on superhero books, but man, the preview images I saw of this book just blew me away. So I did pre-order it. Like I said, it came out September of last year, number 1. I've since found out that it's only 8 issues long, and they've been working on this since 2018. It's done.
It's crazy the way he does stuff.
Yeah, he can keep a secret, I guess.
Yeah, jeez, how do you do that?
Yeah.
$4.99 cover price. It is sort of like an extra long. You get more for your money, and hopefully the money went to Finch because man, he poured everything he had in this book. I think I have a couple of preview pages as I go through it. As you see there in the cover, 2 characters. The skinnier dude at the top there is the chief of this tribe they're sort of like primitive barbarian type characters. And his name is Enor. He's a current chieftain. He's sort of on his way out. He's old. He's weak. And the character below him is Enoch. He appears to be the main protagonist of the story. And he's sort of like struggling to go along with the old ways and keep his chieftain in power. Although the chieftain knows he's done, and he's sort of saying, I need you to succeed me, take control of this tribe. But he doesn't want to. He's sort of a reluctant hero. And so he sort of leads them on this hunt, and you can see he's sort of setting up the chieftain so he has success. But he really doesn't have it. He is old and getting weaker. And they come across the sort of the antagonist. He's sort of a bully. He appears to be Enoch's main rival. His name's Thul, or maybe it's pronounced Tool because that's sort of how he acts. But he also seems like he wants to take control of this tribe too. As you see there in the cover, just the chieftain has a sword. That is the Skinbreaker, and you can also see on Enoch's little club mace thing there. You can see the tip of it has a piece of pink stuff too, and that's because the Skinbreaker at some point broke apart and fragmented. So he has a little piece on the tip of his little weapon there, but the chieftain is the guy that holds all the power and holds I guess the biggest piece still. And what also with the skin breakers, you come to find out when their children are born, they sort of have to shed their skin, and they do it through this ritual where the chieftain uses the skin breaker, holds it up to the sun, comes through this rock and shines through the skin breaker onto the children, and they have to sort of like burst out of this outer layer of skin to the orange complexion you see there. The main character Anok has a son. They say like sun cycles. We can just say years. He appears like he's like 7 or 8 years old. He has never been able to break through this process, the skin breaking process. Meanwhile, Thul, his son, is very young. He like grabs him from his wife and says, "Oh, hey, he's going through the ritual right now," and he makes it through like at 1-year-old. So he's trying to puff his chest out and show all his power. And so this is, I didn't even say who this. Robert Kirkman is the writer. David Finch is the artist. It's this. The art is spectacular. I have some pages here. The plot so far is fairly predictable. Now I'm only on issue 1. I mean, it's stuff you've seen and read before. You know, you could tell. You could probably guess why Anak didn't want to take over the tribe. You know, they kept saying, you know, you have to challenge the chieftain. It's like, well, you probably know why, you know, what's going to happen to the poor chieftain. And if he challenges him, so it's sort of predictable in that way. But the art is great. One of the interesting things about this is every issue they release it as a treasury edition too. I've never seen those in the store. I don't know if Mike, have you ever got your hands on one to actually look at one?
I haven't looked at one. I know our store gets the treasury editions. I know they get the Batman ones. I'm not sure if they get the large.
It would definitely benefit from that because his art is so detailed, and I guess Kirkman explained in the back that he's basically doing it 2 upsize, like oversized pages. So that's why he's able to, you know, put so much detail in his work, but I just can't imagine how long it took him to do these pages because it's incredibly detailed. So yeah, I think that's basically all I wanted to say. It's like I said, spectacular art, sort of basic story at this point. We'll see where it goes. Sort of, you know, basic, sort of predictable, but it's a definite get it. Too early to tell if it's a must-have, but just for the art alone, it's a big get it from me.
Yeah, I read number 1 as well, and when I was done, I was like, man, I didn't do that book any service because I read it and I looked at it, but I didn't really study the art. You know, I was kind of just reading the book through, and I've got to go back and actually just stare at these panels more because they deserve it. It's so good.
It's amazing. I don't know if he could ever top it. You know, there's just so much, and I'm only on issue 1.
Yeah. So
we'll see.
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from with liking Finch's art here, but not in the superhero stuff. This is like the perfect story.
Right, it seems like right up his alley. He was made to do a book like this.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
I was kind of glad to hear it was only 8 issues also because, you know, budget constraints. I'm trying to downsize, and I was like, man, I really love this book. I don't want to drop this book. And then I saw it's 8 issues. It's like, oh, there you go. It's
perfect. Yeah.
So that was cool. All right. I read Our Soot-Stained Heart number 1. Once again, you know, it's Stipen Morian. I hope I'm saying his name correctly.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's doing that Bleeding Hearts book that I highlighted earlier. Man, it's just I initially missed out on ordering this. I was able to get it when it was released because his art is just so fantastic. It's written by Joni Hogg and Stippen as a co-writer. Reading this, I don't know. Sometimes I think, it's like, am I just not smart enough to fully comprehend what's happening in the book, or is it just poor writing? It took me a few times. I read it and I was like, okay, I kind of understand what's going on. How do I explain what's going on? It's one of those type of deals. So I went back and I reread pages and took notes, and then went back and reread stuff. So this character here is the main character, Peggy Stones, and basically there's, I'm going off of my notes. There's a city, it's called Coalition, and it's run by Governor Glass. He's a terrible, terrible leader. And every year, everybody has to meet a quota. And the way you meet your quota is by doing bad. It's kind of, they say it's kind of a Christmas story, like a Santa story, but it's flipped. So, in order to get your gifts at Christmas, you need to do good. Well, in this, since this Governor Glass is so bad, in order to get your yearly quota or your yearly supply of coal, you have to do bad. Well, our main character here, Peggy Stones, she does good. She doesn't do bad. So she's short on her quota. And she's not the only one. There's a small group of them, and they're gathered up and they're sent to exile. Well, wait, what?
Yeah, it goes by really fast, doesn't it, Mike?
Yeah. So I'm going to wrap this up real quick.
Don't worry about it. You got the flux time.
So they're sent to exile, and they're on this train going through this vast winter wonderland. What's that train movie? With
Polar Express.
No, the other one. Polar Express. Anyway, the one where they're on the train going around because the world is too frozen. Chris Evans.
Yeah, what is that?
Anyway, you think of that.
Icebreaker. Right. No.
Anyway, it's kind of like that.
It's
that
Icebreaker. I think it's Icebreaker, isn't it, Pat?
No,
with Chris Evans. With the whole world's frozen and they go in a circle around the train they go in a circle around the world on a train to survive.
Karen's looking it up.
I'm 99% sure it's Icebreaker.
All right. So anyway, they're exiled. There's a little rise up on the train, and they end up kicking her off the train. The other exiled people kicking her off the train so she can kind of continue north because she's trying to get to the Baron. Now, the way I'm reading it, the Baron is kind of like the Santa Claus maybe, and they're thinking that if they can get to him, he can help them with
Snowpiercer.
There you go. With the struggles that they're all having. And what's so awesome, the whole outfit she's wearing there, that was one of the bad guys. That was one of his coat. He got all beat up, and she took that. So it's just cool character design. So it's interesting. I like it.
That's in the first issue. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a double size. It's a double size. Here's some interiors. Stippen Morin, man, that guy is just shot to the top of my, if he's drawing it, I'm buying it book kind of thing. And because it's just for the art alone, this book is worth it. But you also get a pretty cool story. There's that's my final interior art. So I say get it, great art. And I think the once the whole thing is done, I may be able to understand the story more, or be able to explain the story a little easier. So definitely
kind of makes sense so far. Yeah. Issue number 2, I think, came out last week. I just have not been to the store to get it. I think it's a 4-issue series. My budget thinks it's a 4-issue series. Hey, what issue was your book on, Pat? Is it on issue 2? Is issue 2 out? What's out so
I
far?
think it's 3 or 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I have 1 and 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Great job, guys. I don't have one this week.
If you did, we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, probably a good thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we knew you didn't, so we kind of,
I used my get it or forget it time during what Kevin watched. All right, you ready, Pat? No pressure.
Yeah, no problem.
That's good.
Yeah, he is.
All right. I wasn't sure what to talk about. Lots happened, and I wasn't sure to backtrack. I actually went back and looked at my folder, and I had 68 images for the next show ready to go last year. That stuff's probably on clearance at Ollie's and Ross by now.
Right.
So I kind of wanted to hit some big news that happened in the meantime, and it just so happened it perfectly dovetailed into current events. So I want to talk about licenses, and probably the biggest news was that Playmates has lost or decided not to renew the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles license.
Wow.
It's 1988 to 2026.
Wow.
38 years they've been making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys.
Maybe they're like, we made them all.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because if you think about it, we've highlighted so many Turtles toys that weren't made by Playmates. Even McFarlane was starting to make Playmates. NECA makes Playmates or makes Turtles toys. So they've sort of branched out, and other companies have been able to somehow, make Turtles toys. But Playmates has always been making the basic line for years, but no more. 2026 is the last year.
Maybe that's one of the reasons they stopped, because there's so many other Turtles toys are out there now with other people.
Yeah. And of course the other big news, which I almost thought maybe we talked about it, but the DC license was up for grab, and McFarlane has lost the license, and it's going back to Mattel. McFarlane Toys is out. So is Spin Master. Spin Master was making sort of the more kid-oriented toys. But Mattel is back in. McFarlane had the line from 2020 to 2026.
Wow. It seemed longer than that.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't, to me. They certainly put out a lot of product.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have any more requests for Jokerized characters, hurry up and get your emails out to Todd, because he's on borrowed time. So it was sort of said that the Mattel would start making toys in mid 2026, and it just so happens at the Nuremberg International Toy Fair in Germany, they had some announcements to make, and that is this line here, and it's called the DC Core line, and this is going to be a 6.5-inch tall series of figures. McFarlane was more like 7. Marvel Legends is typically called a 6-inch, so they're sort of like in between. But they say this is more kid focused with the collector appeal. There's I don't have any more shots of the figures, but that's their first bit of offerings there. They're hitting the main characters that you would expect.
So visually, they're going to be interesting to kids, but price wise, they're going to be priced for collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think they announced anything price wise, but what I sort of like got my notes mangled up here, but the collector line, Mattel's collector line for the collectors is supposed to hit in early 2027. So first this core line mid 26, and then the collectors line in 27. I think I had let me see here. I can't read it.
Yeah.
They talk about, it's kid focused, but still great articulation and accessories. They talk about, the joints and swivels, and it says at a low price point. So we'll see what they mean by low price point.
Right. Yeah.
All relative.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even low price points these days are high in the action figure market. So yeah, we'll see. And that's it. I was worried about time crunch and didn't have much to talk about. So we'll see. Toy Fair New York is next month. So, in recent years, it's sort of, I think we had talked about this. Like last year's Toy Fair was pretty good. There was a lot of stuff to talk about. It's sort of like it took a downturn, like COVID up until last year, but now it's sort of back in full force. So coming up, we should have plenty to discuss in upcoming horizons, but we shall see.
Well, just to kind of piggyback onto the license changes here, in the sports card world, Topps has not been producing. They lost the license for football cards, I think, like late teens. I think 2018, 2019, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, Topps gets the license back this year in 2026, and Panini is no longer.
What?
Right. So
that's crazy.
I'm a little bit excited because I'm a Topps guy. It's always been Topps. That's always been my favorite.
Yeah.
But also, I'm like, the whole sports card world is insane with,
cards in general. Yeah, are insane.
Yeah, how expensive they are. It's like, this pack, $35 packs because supposedly there's a card that in that set that's one of one or something, whatever.
Yeah.
I like just give me a $1.50 $3 pack.
Yeah.
Let me get some cool cards, players I like. So, and I'm into it a lot more because Marcus is so into it. But so I'm kind of excited to see what Topps does, what kind of designs they do. Because I'm kind of old, like comics. I like the panels. I don't like going into the gutters and all that. I want some nice borders on these cards. I don't need all the flash.
It's weird talking licenses for sports cards because I guess I don't think about it because I haven't bought sports cards in so long, but it just seems like back in the day, every single company that produced sports cards was able to make, football, hockey, baseball, whatever they wanted.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's why I was surprised to hear that Mike said Topps hasn't had it for so long. I would have totally figured they had it the whole time. Yeah.
Nope. They're getting it back. So looking forward to that.
But yeah, that's the problem in my opinion with all cards is if there's one card that's worth a lot for some reason, they charge packs up because of the possibility of having that one card. Yeah, it drives me nuts. I hate that. Yeah.
It's just hard. There's more of those than it seems just easy entry level for kids cards.
Right.
I mean, and basically like Target's one of the only places I ever find them unless you go to a sports card store. And last time I went, we didn't even buy packs because all the packs were $15, $25, $35, or $100. Like, man, I'm just looking for cards.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's, I sort of got the bug like around hockey season. I was like, I want to buy a pack of hockey cards, and I can't even find hockey cards around here. It's weird. I saw some yesterday at Target. A couple of days ago when I was at Target, I saw like a box, but it's like, 4 packs for $30.
Yeah, it's a $25 box. It's like,
I just wanted to buy a single pack, just to get a little bit of nostalgia, at opening up hockey cards. But
yeah,
I don't know.
we'll see what Mattel does with the license. That's kind of the thing with all of these things we're talking about now. It's like it's priced kids out. I mean, yeah, imagine if we were into this stuff when we were kids and there were these kind of prices, it'd be crazy. Wouldn't be able to get any of it. We probably wouldn't be the guys we are today with the geek history we have if the prices were the same when we were kids.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
All right, cool. So perfect, Pat. No pressure at all, like you said. Well, cool. Then I'm going to mention a couple things that I didn't mention because I ran out of time to filler. But the Supergirl trailer.
I have not watched it yet.
What?
Come on, you know me.
Well, I shared it in our
I'm a
group.
lollygagger. I know. Doesn't mean I watched it.
Are you excited about that at all, Pat?
Not really.
I'm excited about Lobo. I've always been a Lobo fan, so
Yeah.
hopefully they do him right and he steals the show. That's what I'm hoping for.
There's
Because I'm going in general by Supergirl. So it's kind of a double whammy if he steals the show. One, because I really like Lobo a lot, and two, because I don't like the direction they've gone with Supergirl.
sorry, Pat had me looking up.
Dang it, I ran out of time.
You ran out of time as I hijacked it. So anyway, you know what I'm saying though, I'm not caring for the direction they got Supergirl going in, and I love Lobo, so I hope those two things, And then we saw the He-Man trailer, which I thought looked awesome.
Pretty neat. Yeah, pretty neat. I'm not a He-Man fan.
Me neither.
But it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm not a big He-Man guy, but yeah, that totally interested me. And then did anybody check out the new Daredevil season 2 trailer?
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it yet. Did you, Mike?
I did not.
Yeah. What did you think, Pat?
Not much there. It didn't really grab me or excite me. I'm already looking forward to it, but it didn't make me any more excited, I guess you would say.
Gotcha. And then the last trailer that I liked a lot was from the creators of the Clone Wars and Bad Batch and Rebels. They got a new Maul series happening.
Yep. Which
I hope will fill in the gap from when Maul disappeared mid series in Clone Wars and then reappeared in Rebels. Is that where it fits? Do you know that, Pat, for a fact or not?
It would have to, right?
Yeah, I guess it would have to, right? Yeah, exactly. Yep. So I'm excited for that too. So
let me throw this out real fast for the Lobo fans. There's a new Lobo series coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Written by Scotty Young.
Oh, wow.
Who's doing the art? I can't remember who's doing the art.
Jorge Corona.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's your boy.
I might be on board. I don't know.
Yeah, when he works with Scotty Young, it's good things happen. So
that's cool. When I was telling my boys about Lobo, I'm like, Lobo was Deadpool before Deadpool existed, okay?
Right.
Lobo was out almost a solid decade before Deadpool, and they're very similar, in my opinion. I mean, obviously they're different, but they've got some similarities, which I think are the things that make Deadpool popular that are similar with Lobo, so in my opinion. So all right, so I think our time's just about right here.
Yeah, how about that?
And we decided to cut shave our closing down too, so it's not a 25-minute closing every episode, which I know that upsets Mike as well. But we're just going to shave that off. And I don't even know if we mentioned it earlier. If it would have happened, it wouldn't have been so funny because I didn't mention it. But from now on, add an hour. We're just cutting the show. It doesn't matter what is in the middle of happening. I can be going on a tangent. Mike can be. Me.
Yeah.
We're just cutting it at exactly an hour.
I wish everybody could see Karen because she looks cold.
Oh, does she?
She's all bundled up. She has her hoodie up.
Yeah. She does look
Like,
old.
and not just her hoodie isn't just up. It's like the drawstrings are drawn.
She is very bundly looking. So that'll do. We'll be back next week, right, guys? We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm
Our
at me.
pregame was lacking this week, so we'll be back next week.
Yep.
All right. So that'll do it. Don't forget that appreciating great art is awesome, but reading a great story is also fun. So why not pick up a comic book and do both? Nailed it. Exceller out.